Let's all address the elephant in the room. I love the fact that the MSI Crosshair 15 Rainbow Six Extraction Edition is yellow. Did I tell you that I love yellow? Yes, MSI's extremely capable Crosshair 15 is available in this very special edition, the Rainbow Six Extraction Edition. In this video, I'm going to be introducing you to the notebook series because we actually haven't covered it on my channel yet. Then we're going to take a close look at the changes that they've made cosmetically. Make sure that you check out the description. I'll put a time signature there and you can skip straight to it. I'm also genuinely interested how many of you have clicked on this video because you're interested in the design or the specs or both, I guess. Just let me know. I'm wondering where my traffic comes from. So I was loaned this unit for a couple of weeks from MSI, but I'm going to be giving you my full thoughts on the notebook in this video, and the fact that we were loaned it is not going to affect my opinion on this video. I think it's the right thing to do. Just full exposure, do a lot of work with MSI as it is, so this is my unhinged thoughts on the product. The only changes between the Rainbow Six Extraction Edition and the regular Crosshair 15 is purely cosmetic. Some may say it's not pay to win. So it's going to be easy running through some of these specs with you. You probably already know them, but if not, here we go. This unit comes in a few variations, so make sure that when you purchase your device that you are getting the right specs. Mine actually came with the Rainbow Six Extraction Deluxe bundle that includes a couple of extraction themed accessories, including a mouse pad, a copy of the game, the Deluxe Edition, very nice of them, and a special edition box that it comes in. I think only hardcore Rainbow Six fans would love this. I loved the original Rainbow Six, and I loved Rogue Spear all the way through to Vegas and Vegas 2, the OGs. Look, no hate to everybody that loves Siege. You actually just gotta be good at Siege, and I'm terrible at it. I just want Terrorist Hunt. I want tactics. Wait, this isn't a review of the game, it's a review of the notebook. So whichever configuration you choose, you're going to be getting a 30 series NVIDIA GPU. We're in a new generation of hardware. It's actually madness in my head that we've been managing to get 30 series GPUs into something that's it's nearly 3 centimeters thick. That's bonkers. This machine over here has got a 3060 in it, and look how chunky that boy is. That's a thick boy. So to slam the fact that this is a brand new generation, out of the box, this is a Windows 11 machine, which I personally think is awesome. I love Windows 11, and I've upgraded all the PCs in my house already to the new operating system. I haven't encountered any problems with all 5 of these machines that we have over here, and I hope that you haven't encountered any problems yourself. It's a great operating system. Processor-wise, you're looking at an Intel Core i9 or i7 12th Gen CPU. The unit that we received is a Core i7. It's got a QHD 165Hz screen with an HDMI output that supports 4K at 60Hz, just in case you want to plug it in to a higher resolution monitor. Port-wise, it's also got 3 USB ports, 1 Type-C, which, everything should be Type-C these days, 2 Type-A's, an audio combo jack, DC for charge. It supports a maximum of 64 gigs of DDR4 RAM. There's only 2 slots in the rig, and the rig that I received only got 16 gigs of RAM. I don't know what you need 64 gigs of RAM for, but maybe you're just extra. Maybe you're running 4 copies of Extraction at the same time. Hey, look, it'll be great for content creation. What's not great for content creation, however, is the fact that it's got a pretty standard webcam that's 30 FPS at 720p. I don't know, it's not going to impress anybody on Zoom. It's not going to impress a live stream. Just goes to show that this isn't a machine that's geared specifically towards content creators, but essentially gamers. It's got 2 slots of PCIe Gen 4 M.2 drives. It's a PCIe Gen 4 motherboard in there. The fact that it's got 2 slots for M.2 means that it's blazingly fast if you want it to be. The Crosshair 15 has a relatively small trackpad, and that's by design for most gaming notebooks. They're just assuming that if you're gaming on the machine, and that's one of the primary reasons that you've bought it, it's extremely unlikely that you're going to be using the trackpad to play those games. And besides, the unit that we got comes with a mouse, right? So they've already considered that. The pad is squared away to the left of the device, so if you're right-handed, you won't accidentally tap the trackpad while you're working with it. What happens to the folk that are left-handed? I guess you're just gonna have to use that mouse that it came with. Also, the unit we got, I can't really test the clickiness of the trackpad. Whoever reviewed it last or in transit or whatever the case is, there's something wrong with that particular trackpad, so I can't give you any thoughts on how clicky it is. On the positive side, the screen is great, and that 165Hz is noticeable from the moment that you switch it on and the moment you're operating Windows all the way through. Remember that 3060 is going to be carrying those frames, and you want to make sure that you can get those frames up to as close to 165Hz as possible so that you can get the most out of the screen. That's going to be a problem that you face video game dependent. Don't worry, you can run Hearthstone at 165 frames a second. You can play all those games on a potato anyway, so you're gonna be fine here. The biggest and most important part of the Crosshair 15 Rainbow Six Extraction Edition is its design. Obviously, this is a personal opinion, and not everybody is going to be enjoying the colors or the design treatment. I like most of it. The decals and text are a bit full on for me, but the yellow and black, really down my alley. Did I say I like yellow? And I really, really like the WASD keys. They're like these translucent yellow buttons, and they look amazing. Let's take this moment to chat about the keyboard, which I think is rather remarkable for a gaming notebook. This is something I think a lot of people are probably going to be overlooking, but there's been a lot of consideration here on the hardware side. The nature of a notebook means that the option for mechanical keys is pretty much out of the window. But for gaming, you're going to want to have some sort of key travel. That's really important. This just means that the height at which the key is raised and the distance it must travel to register a key press. MSI have accommodated a comfortable 1.7mm key travel, which I think is really cool. It makes sure that when you press your keys, or the key presses that you make, that they are confident and they're noticeable. A nice inclusion is the numpad, especially in such a relatively small form factor. Size-wise, this is a 359 by 259mm body with a thickness of 26.9mm, close to 27mm. That may sound really thick, but that's only at its thickest point, and it tapers really nicely into a shape that's really easy to carry, especially for a gaming notebook. Remember that thick boy. Remember the thick boy. At the end of the day, I think it's a great gaming notebook, especially if you love the splash of color and design aesthetics. If you want to be yourself, if you want to express yourself at a LAN and take it to friend's place or just be your own. It's unique. And if you're a fan of Rainbow Six Extraction or Siege, I guess this is a no-brainer. Hardware-wise, it's not the greatest gaming notebook on the market, but at a local price point of around 35,000 Rand, it's a solid, safe, and powerful machine that ticks all the right boxes. It's got a great screen, it's got an excellent keyboard, and it's got a banger 30 series RTX graphics card in it. All the deluxe features, including the copy of Extraction, really are just like a cherry on top of the cake. Chunky, the thick boy. So this is the 2.6mm.